2019 My Career Gameplay, and today we're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. So what I want you to do is make sure you enjoy the gameplay. Y'all been doing a really good job. I'm proud of y'all. Let's keep up the good work. And yeah, man, let's get into this video.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. And for Memphis, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Guys, coaches who have moved from college to the NBA have generally had a tough time making that adjustment. But after 19 seasons at the University of Florida, Billy Donovan done pretty well in OKC, hasn't he?
Well, he got the Thunder within 1 game of the NBA Finals, and that's, pretty impressive. It's different team now, no KD, but he still established himself as a great coach.
He was a humble player. As a coach, he came in humble. He said, how can I bring value to the team? He brought accountability, discipline, and composure.
Maybe you can take that attitude as well. Maybe you can look at this team and say, how can I bring value to the team?
Why would I do that, Ernie?
Excellent point. Here's Kevin Harlan.
My right arm been itching a lot.
Tennessee at the home of the Grizzlies. We're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And the Grizzlies on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. It's getting pretty urgent for them, fellas, during this losing streak, going without a win in the last 6 games.
Kevin, the streak has been very difficult since this team has struggled of late, and the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Conley. Back to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. No good with the triple. side, Westbrook. Outside, George. Out to the right wing. Connects from three-point range. Roberson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now about halfway through the season, Branson team's looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Macklemore, no good. Thunder off to a quick start here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Parsons passes to Conley. Gasol against Adams. Tries from 16. The shot's good from Gasol.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take-charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Now, here's Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Westbrook off the left rim and out.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
No good with the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And Parsons kicks to Conley. Back to Parsons. And there's the pass to Gasol. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length. Tough to shoot over.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Westbrook dishes to Adams. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Macklemore. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And George with the stuff.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Daniels, he's checked in for Ben Macklemore. And then for Oklahoma City, Enes Kanter comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players, in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
Now here is Conley. He's coming off a 22-point game against Toronto.
You could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
Daniels with it. He feeds it to Conley. Left side Gasol. Lets it go with a 3. The shot that time, not on target. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
Here's Conley after Enes Kanter's basket. Gasol setting the pick for Parsons. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. On max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite Greg his history of knee injury. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they needed a great 2-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Martin's checked in for Gasol. James Ennis comes in for Davis. And it's Harrison in for Mike Conley. And then for Oklahoma City, McDermott's checked in for Steven Adams. Jeremy Grant comes in for George. And DJ subbed in for Russell Westbrook. No free throws, good for Parsons. Hey, Brent, we know that speed is at a premium these days, but so are analytics. Talk about some of the guys who are both quick and extremely efficient.
I think about a couple guys at the point guard position, because that's normally, you say quick, that's where your head goes, Kevin. So Isaiah Thomas is one of those guys that is just a blur. Once he crosses half court, he's going to counterpunch you in some way. And then Steph Curry in Golden State, you have to come out to 30 feet to guard what Steph's going to do. But there are also guys who are deceptive with their quickness and the way that C.J. McCollum manipulates a pick-and-roll set and gets himself into the mid-range. These guys are pretty good at what they do, exercising that quickness along with efficiency.
And so here's Memphis.
Let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Abrinas. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Grant gets the screen from Harris. Shot clock at 6. No good from Grant. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Daniels kicks to Harrison. Feeds to Parsons. He tries for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. The Thunder have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. DJ passes to McDermott. Here's Abrinas. Here's Cantor. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
Yeah, you like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder out in front, leading by 6. And will return shortly. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism. Also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Doug McDermott is out there with Grant. Then there's Felton. Then there's Harris. And it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. And now the pass break. Grant with the ball. Over to the left wing. Felton kicks to Cantor. Grant outside. There's the 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Wow, Jeremy Grant continuing to work on his game, stretching it out to the 3-point line.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Harris. Outside for Martin. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel.
Working the angles there, geometry class in session. Nice dish for the open look.
Harris outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. One of the more distinctive pairings in the NBA is here on this Thunder team. Brent Adams and Cantor work close off the floor as well.
Well, the Stash brothers have a tremendous bromance between each other, and it's interesting. how last year, really in December, Billy Donovan decided to play those two guys together, and they became very impactful as two bigs, Cantor being the scorer on the block and Adams cleaning up some of the messes. That helped his team find a little bit more consistent offense.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Marc Gasol's checked in for Parsons, and it's Selden in for Troy Daniels. And then for Oklahoma City, Patterson, he's checked in for Doug McDermott, and it's Andre Robertson in for Grant. And he can't hit the second.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
Now here's Ennis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the Grizzlies tap down two more.
Wow, credit there. Somehow finds a way to knock that one in.
And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their play.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and roll. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Thunder shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shoot two.
And the first one drops. And over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much. Here's Gasol, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Good on the bucket, and that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Now the feed to Patterson. There's the dish to George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 6 points.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Now here is Davis, looking for his first basket still in this one. Davis sets a screen. Conley with the three, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
A little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Westbrook against Conley. Kicks to Adams, over Gasol. Here's Patterson, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Conley gets to Gasol. Oklahoma City. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. I think the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love it. And he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Picks him up. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Daniels, he's checked in for Selden. And then for Oklahoma City, McDermott's checked in for Patterson. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Roberson. Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. Gasol dishes to McLemore. A floater. That shot missing. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Abrinas kicks to McDermott. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Gasol. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Back to Daniels. Excellent D there from Jordan.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Adams outside. Conley against Westbrook. There's a screen. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Thunder. Now the third quarter about to get going. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain.
Taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Chandler Parsons out there with Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Ben McLemore. And
Buckets from inside.
here's Conley. Steven Adams making his last shot. Davis with a screen on Patterson. Parsons passes to Davis. Conley kicks to Gasol. Shoots over Adams, and that one goes long.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. The assist flawless.
Now here's Gasol. He has 6. Shoots over Adams. Gasol with another miss.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's McLemore. Outside Conley. Gasol dishes to Conley. Gasol is screen. Now here's McLemore outside. It's hauled in by Adams.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And George with the stuff.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
Here's Gasol. Paul George making his last shot. Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. They grab their own miss, and he comes up with the deuce. Patterson's got his second of the night.
Just brings to the table.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. From deep, McLemore. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The Thunder for Davis. James Ennis comes in for Parsons. Selden's checked in for McLemore. And it's Harrison in for Mike Conley. And that one misses. Hey, Brent, you made the NBA playoffs in your second year. Talk about the mental preparation that goes into one's first postseason as a player.
I think it's always a special time, Kevin, just because of the unknown factor. And at that time, it was the Clippers, my second season, a team that was very young and inexperienced. And so it was all fresh and new. And the biggest challenge for any coach in that sort of predicament is to make sure that players are on task and focused. We certainly were not. The Utah Jazz took care of us, and that was because of one John Stockton and Karl Malone.
Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Oklahoma City.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
And he knocks down the first one.
Racking my brain to think about a player in the league who works harder than DJ. That work ethic is part of what makes him special.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Abrinas is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Harrison. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ennis kicks to Harrison. Passes it to Selden. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. And Marcus Hall with the 3. Hall's got 9.
Loves NBA.
Count that one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. To the wing on the left. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. He's got 11.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Now here's Felton. He dishes it to Cantor. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's DJ missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Selden. He's covered by Felton. Martin the pass to Ennis. It's the rebound. Gasol kicks to Selden. Back to Gasol. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Gasol's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch. And then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
DJ passes to Abrinas. Here's Krantz. Shot clock reset for Oklahoma City. And another shot. And scoring with the play inside is Cantor. And the Thunder lead by 19.
And after leaning on that three-point shot in the first.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Gasol's got 15 points.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take. One in.
And here's Harrison. Launches it. No good on the shot. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we're underway here in the quarter. The scoreboard tells us their last game a loss to Toronto. Taking a look at the Thunder. On the wings, Abrinas and George. McDermott is out there with Ennis Cantor. And it's Harris in at the points. Here's Parsons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
First team foul. Shooting for Memphis. Chadwick Parsons. 2 shots.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Davis comes in for Jarrell Martin. And it's Conley in for Andrew Harrison. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 16. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now Conley. And it's 8 points for Mike Conley. Westbrook against Conley.
That the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Back to Conley. He kicks to Parsons. Over in the corner. Here's Davis. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block.
Back to Adams. Here's Roberson. He's covered by Daniels. Pulls from the top of the key.
Last. This is how he gets a lot of his points.
They set the screen. Daniels. Again, Memphis.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's
no good. Shot missing. Good work defense. In the corner, it's McLemore. Memphis moving it around. Goes top of the key. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And George just has that extra gear. Or once he...
On the wing, Daniels. The pass to... Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his fourth rebound in this one. Westbrook kicks to McDermott. And Robertson has it in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time.
Parsons on the wing. Feeds to Conley. And it's sent back by George. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Outside Westbrook. Over Conley. And Westbrook.
Very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
They simply report win number 22 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Here's Daniels. Paul George making his last shot. Davis sets a screen. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And Memphis making a change here. Gasol's checked. Conley dishes to Parsons. Here's Davis. That's in. Coming off the assist from Parsons.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside, George. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. And Roberson kicks to Patterson. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Off to... So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess...
Alright, if you enjoyed the video, my name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris. And make sure you leave a like or a comment to tell me that you be watching the videos. I be It will beat the videos. But yeah, man, I catch